We're starting our ESL lesson for today. Beautiful day in your neighborhood. I wonder who else says that. Good news today for the DACA folks. God is great. Okay, we're going to be studying English as a second language today. Continue on with the lesson. And we're going with the... en Spanish se dice el artículo determinado y el artículo indeterminado. And then the third portion of it will be esencia de artículo. Okay, which boils down to this, using the word the casa, the house. It's a house in the middle of a whole bunch of houses, and and it is an apple. Okay, a lot of rules on using those. Some of them might be a little bit confusing, but we'll have some patterns that will help you to know that there is a difference. We do it automatically in English, but for the Spanish speaker it will probably be a little bit harder to catch on, but we'll work through it and eventually it will become automatic. Vamos a trabajar en el artículo el, or la, or una, or un. En español, estas son las palabras, pero vamos a estudiar inglés. We're going to work with the, and a, and an, and sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't. I'll go over some of the rules, but you'll have enough examples that if the rules are a little bit confusing, just keep on trucking, keep on thinking about them, and trying to match the examples. Okay, the first rule is los sustantivos suelen ir precedidos de un determinada. Y uno de los más frecuentes es el artículo. Hay dos clases de artículos. El artículo determinado, the, y el indeterminado, a or an. Okay. We know a particular one, we're going to use that, and if we don't, it's kind of ambiguous, not well known, we use or an, a or an. Okay. Okay, let's start with el artículo determinado de, or the or the. I usually say the, and there's some songs that have the in them. The is used most of the time by me. Okay. Okay, the artículo determinado the significa el, la, los, las. Okay. Es decir, es tanto masculino, femenino, singular y plural. Okay, now some examples. The house. The house. We say the house, okay, or the houses. Notice that the does not change to singular or plural, it's just both. The house, the houses. And then the car, the cars. Okay, Spanish, la casa, las casas, el auto, los autos. But remember, we say the house. Okay, we know we're talking about a particular house. We know that house. And then the houses across the street are a lot smaller. Okay, I think that's it. We have one pretty girl with the books, and we need to use books, and we need to be pretty. Well, men are handsome, but women can be pretty. Men, we want to be handsome. And a little picture of the lake. Okay, now I'm going to go on to the next slide. Let's move this one up here, and here we've got another lesson. Okay, you will see on your screen pretty soon. I have a couple little children there, ready to go to school or study or do something, their artwork, and then I also took a picture of the farmland out close to the lake the other day. Okay. Cuando, this is, give a little Spanish rule for it. Cuando el hablante y el oyente conocen aquello que se trata. Okay, if the speaker and the listener, they know what they're talking about. They know what it is. Okay, we say, the book is mine. Okay, the book is mine. Not just any book, the book. Okay, like you know which book you're talking about, and the person that's listening knows which book you're talking about. The book is mine. Okay, and en español, el libro es mío. Todos saben que libro. Okay. Okay. The book is mine, everybody knows that. Okay, and whoever you're talking to, they know that as well. Alright, let's go on to the next box. Al referimos a algo mencionado anteriormente. Okay, if it's something that you've mentioned previously or before. These are my children. These are my children. Okay, and then the boy is Tom. The boy is Tom. We know who it is, and we know who these children are. We say, these are my children. The boy is Tom. Now, in Spanish, we carry the pronoun, estos son mis hijos. Estos son mis hijos. And then el niño is Tom. Okay, go to the next box. Al hablar de algo único. Okay, there's just one person speaking about somebody. Okay, and let us talk about, he is the president. He is the president. And the is the word that we're looking for. He is the president. Okay, there's not two presidents of a country as far as I know. He is the president. Okay, él es el presidente. Él es el presidente. And here we have it both ways. And then we have, the sun is far from us. The sun is far from us. El sol está lejos de nosotros. So we use the sun. Not a sun, but the sun. We know what sun it is in our world that we live in el planeta que vivimos. The sun. Okay, go to the next box. Al tratar de edificios y lugares públicos. And this is what we do for banks and for parks and places that are public. I went to the bank. I went to the bank. The key word here is the bank. We went to the bank. I went to the bank. You shouldn't go to a bank because you wouldn't know which one it is. You went to the bank. And everybody knows the bank you're talking about. Okay, and then they're at the park. Okay, they're at the park. And we know what park you're talking about. They're at the park. The park is probably down the street or someplace where we both know. Fui al banco. Okay, well, we didn't need one there in Spanish. Fui en el... Oh, yes, we did. We went to the bank. Okay, están en el parque. Están en el parque. I went to the bank, and they're at the park. Okay, there's the and the. And you notice there's a word combined together. They are becomes their. Okay, sometimes we just put that in there without even thinking they're at the bank, which would be what English speakers would do. So listen for this. Okay. Go to the next box. Okay. Con nombres de hoteles, restaurantes, museos, periódicos, teatros. And here we have, I stayed at the Royal Hotel. The Royal Hotel. I stayed at the Royal Hotel. Okay, the is a key word. I went to the bank. I stayed at the hotel, the Royal Hotel. Okay. Have you seen the Miami Herald? Have you seen the Miami Herald? And we know that this is the newspaper because we're from Miami. Okay. Have you seen the Miami Herald? In Spanish, me quedé en el Hotel Royal. Me quedé en el Hotel Royal. And then, ¿has visto el Miami Herald? Una pregunta. Let's go to the next box. Pass up the children in the middle. Go over here to con adjetivos superlativos. Okay, for example, he is the tallest basketball player. He is the, okay, he's not a, he is the tallest basketball player. Okay, when we're saying something is the tallest or the best or the most handsome for men, the prettiest for women, he is the tallest basketball player. En Spanish, él es jugador de baloncesto más alto. Jugador de baloncesto es más alto. And we say that in English, he is the tallest basketball player. Okay, we just say he is the tallest player. We don't put the real loud. He is the tallest basketball player. Go to the next little box. Con nacionalidades, al tratarlas como grupos de gente. Okay, we have the Italians eat a lot of pasta, or pasta. The Italians is a group of people. The Italians, the Spaniards, the Americans, the Jewish people. Okay, with people we put the Italians. Okay, let's go to the next box. Antenombres de ríos, océanos, mares, desiertos, bosques, y otras. The Sahara, the Nile, the Pacific. We're talking about the desert, the river, the Nile, and the Pacific. Pacific usually is the Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Sahara Desert, the Nile River, the Pacific Ocean, the. Okay, there's not two Sahara deserts, so it's not a, it's the. Okay, add next box. Antes números ordinales. First, the second, the third. Okay, we put that. It's the first person in line. She is the second person in line. The baby is the third person in line. In Spanish, el primero, el segundo, el tercero. And we say, we use the first, the second, the third. And let's go on to the next page. Okay, we are up here with the page, and we're going, instead of the, we're going to be using a or an. El artículo en determinado. A or an a or an. We know this one. The other one, the, is the one that's determined. We know which one it is. We know what it is. The a or an, we don't know particularly which one it is. It's just por lo general. It's in general, we know it. Okay, el artículo indeterminado a or an significa un or una. Okay, se utiliza delante de un nombre contable en singular cuando nos referimos a él por primera vez. Okay, when we refer to the first face and at first. Okay, there's a book on the table. There's a book on the table. Okay, we know what table is, but we don't know which book. There's a book. We don't know which book it is. We don't know if it's a green one, the red one, or the big one, the small one. There's a book. There's a book on the table. Okay, and that's based on we do not know exactly which book. There is a book on the table. We don't know if it's a Bible, whether it's a book of mathematics. We don't know. There's a book on the table. A book. There's a book on the table. Okay. Hoy un libro en la mesa. Okay. Now we have, he is a boy. He is a boy. And then Spanish is almost the same. Es un niño. He is a boy. Okay, there's a book. We don't know which book, or we just know he's a boy. We don't know if he's George, Henry, or Raphael. We don't know who he is. It's boy. There's boy in the room. Okay, and all right. Next box. También se usa al hablar de profesiones u ocupaciones cuando el sujeto sea singular. Okay, 2 examples. She is a singer. A singer. We don't know what singer. She's not the singer. We don't know which one it is. She is a singer. Okay. And if she was the only singer in a place, we could change it, but she is a singer. We use a singer. Okay, we don't use the, we use a. She is a singer. Ella es cantante. And the next one, I'm a student. I'm a student. I'm a student. I'm not the student, because it could be any student. We don't really know. Indeterminado. We don't know which student. I'm a student. It could be student and what. We don't know anything about that. I'm a student. Soy estudiante. Soy estudiante. Okay, and that's where we're not naming the which student I am. I am the student. You don't want to know that, but if you just one, and you always know it. Just I'm a student. You know what? Which class or whatever. I'm a student. Okay. En muchos casos equivale a or uno as one. Okay. Example. I have a bicycle. I have a bicycle. I have a car. I have a house. I have a wife. And I'm not telling you which one is my wife, or this is the wife, like there's only one this is, or this is, everybody knows who she is. I have a bicycle. I have a wife. Okay. Tengo una bicicleta. Tengo una bicicleta. I have a bicycle. Consonantes. Se utiliza delante de palabras que comienzan con consonante, sonido consonántico. Example, there's a map on the wall. There is a map on the wall. Here, a map. We don't say what map it is or what it is. There is a map on the wall. Hay un mapa en la pared. Okay, another example. It is a dog. It is a dog. Es un perro. We don't know the dog's name or whoever it is, or yeah, it's just in general. It is a dog. And two pictures there. Let's see, what do I have here? I have a picture of the twins across the street. In that picture there, they're 3 years old. 3 years old. And then this picture here is a picture of 4 or 5 people from Martin's Temple. Then I have a picture of 4 people from Vida, las Naciones. This 4 came to visit us before all the corona stuff, but after the surgery of my wife. Okay, back up on the right we have another box. Se utiliza en delante de palabras que comienzan por vocal, sonidos vocálico o muda, or H muda. Okay, let's try this. It is an egg. It isn't the egg, we say, it is an egg. Es un huevo. And then on here, she is an artist. Ella es artista. Okay, she is an artist. It is an egg. She is an artist. And then in time, I was there for an hour. I was there for an hour, not the hour. I was there for an hour. Estuve allá durante una hora, or una hora. Okay, it is an egg. She is an artist. Okay, como equivalente de a la or por en expresiones. 2 of them. Okay, 80 miles an hour. We use N. 80 miles an hour. Okay, 80 millas por hora. Here we're using por, we put a N in there. 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour. That's going muy rápido. You get a tiquita, infracción, problema con la ley. I don't want to pay no tickets. 80 miles an hour. 3 times a day. I eat 3 times a day. A veces más. 3 times a day. Okay, 3 veces al día. 3 times a day. 80 miles an hour, and 3 times a day, a day. En la expresión what and plus adjetivo y nombre más tan más adjetivo siempre que el nombre sea contable y singular. Okay, examples. What an expensive car. What an expensive car. Que auto tan más caro. Okay, and another one. What a boring film. What a boring film. An expensive car, a boring film. Que película tan más aburrido. Okay, that ends part C. Let's go to part D. Let's move this one up here so we can all see it. There it is. And this is ausencia de artículo. We don't use that. Give some examples. No se utiliza artículo. particular, con nombres contables o incontables. Preferimos a ellos de manera general. Okay, here's some examples. I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate. That's perfect English. In Spanish we say, no me gusta el chocolate. We put in an articulo in Spanish, but not in English. I don't like chocolate. And also you can see we use, instead of do not like, we don't like is the most used language that you will hear. A lot of times in writing you will see do not, but it's don't. I don't like chocolate. Cell phones are very useful. Cell phones are very useful. Los celulares son muy útiles. Son muy útiles. Muy útiles. Cell phones are very useful. Okay. We don't say the telephones, we say cell phones. We don't use an article. I don't like chocolate. Cell phones are very useful. And here's love is a human feeling. Love is a human feeling. El amor es un sentimiento humano. Okay, that's just one of the definitions, and probably preach some sermons and magnifying that love if you want to talk about other love, but this is just a grammar lesson. Love is a human feeling. Love is also divine. Love, for God so loved, now I'm in the past tense, the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Okay, para al referirnos a los sustantivos de manera particular se utiliza the. The chocolate I tasted yesterday was delicious. The chocolate. Now we put something in the front of it, and we're going to refer to it so everybody knows. El chocolate que probé ayer estaba delicioso. Delicioso. Okay, the chocolate I tasted yesterday was delicious. The chocolate. Now we have a different place with chocolate. Depends on the way that we use it. Depende en la manera que vamos a usar palabras. Okay, the chocolate I tasted yesterday was delicious. We want to know a particular one. Okay, and then I like the cell phone you gave. I like the cell phone you gave. No me gusta el celular que me regalaste. No me gusta. Okay. This one doesn't like it. Okay, the Spanish was I don't like it, and the English was I like it. I like the cell phone you gave me. Okay. You put a the in it because you know which one is and what it's all about. I like the cell phone you gave. Okay, you can say me gusta or no me gusta. Okay, we didn't get the negative in English. I don't like the cell phone you gave, probably to me. In this box we have se utiliza delante de palabras que comienzan por consonante, sonido, or consonántico. Okay, there is a map on the wall. There is a map on the wall. Hay una mapa en la pared. And then it is a dog. It is a dog. In Spanish, es un perro. And then the next box we have con la hora, con profesiones u ocupaciones cuando el sujeto es plural. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Notice that we combined it and is, and we have it's. It's 7 o'clock. That's what you will hear by most native speakers of English. It's 7 o'clock. Okay, son las 7 en punto. Okay. They are doctors. They are doctors. Okay. And we don't use an articulo there, article there. And then there is watch television. Ver la televisión. We don't use watch the television, we just say watch television. Okay, and I have breakfast, I have lunch, I have dinner. Okay, we don't use, in Spanish we use el desayuno, el almuerzo, y la cena. We just say I have breakfast, I have lunch, and I have dinner there in the present tense. Alright, the next little box. My birthday is next month. My birthday is next month. In Spanish we say, mi cumpleaños es el mes próximo. Okay, we don't use the in front of the month. We say, my birthday is next month. Okay, then she came last week. She came last week. We don't say the week. We say she came last week. Ella viene la semana pasada, like you would do in Espanol. She came last week. And then we have a couple names here. Mr. Jones. We say Mr. Jones. And Spanish, el señor Jones. El señor. You put in the article, but we say just Mr. Jones. And then there is President Sanchez. President Sanchez. Sanchez. In Spanish we say el presidente Sanchez. Presidente Sanchez. Okay, and the last little box we have for today. I live on Washington Street. I live on Lake Ontario. And then I've been to Mount Everest. Mount Everest. Then we have the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes are up around by Chicago and New York up there, and they're called the Great Lakes. So you do put a article with the Great Lakes. Okay, and Mount Everest is written again for practice, I guess. I don't play football. I don't play football. Spanish we would put el football. We don't put in a article there. Okay, and we also have the contraction there. I don't play football. Okay, and then we don't put el football or the football. I don't play football. Nothing there with the ausencia de artículo. She likes history and math. She likes history and math. No article there. What loud music. What loud music. And then we say, what beautiful flowers. What beautiful flowers. We don't put an article there. We don't put las flores or la música. We don't have the article, artículo, no. What loud music, what beautiful flowers. That is the last of the boxes for the lesson. I have 3 little pictures. I have my grandson and his wife, and my great-grandson and my wife by the little sign of Martin's Chapel. And my grandson's wife, her parents are from Costa Rica. Okay, and then down at the bottom, 2 more pictures. One is Pastor Arnoldo Toe, and that was at our service that we had last Sunday, our first Sunday back from the because of COVID-19. And we did have service, but we were all separated within range. And we had supplies and stuff we needed. It was good. And then over to the right of Pastor Toe is Martin's Chapel, the old church building and the new gym and the new building where they have worship services. That includes the lesson for the day. The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you and give you peace. Amen. This is it.